Get
Mhm.
out of it today.
Oh, no worries. You will. You're not gonna believe this shit today.
What happened?
So, so get the kids all packed up in the van. Sending wife off to work.
Mhm.
Right. Getting ready to come out here and probably start a load of laundry and do my morning workout. Right. And because I like she lives about 7:15 in the morning, and I used to sleep until like 8. I'd sleep until like an hour before I was supposed to like get in the shower and do all my research and stuff like that. Well,
Yeah.
now I can't go back to sleep, so now I get up, I do laundry, and I'll work out and stuff like that now. So as I'm out here editing a video, getting that ready to go, she calls me. Remember, we got the issues with the upper and lower ball joints, so my front tires sit funny, right?
I
Because
thought you
they
had
did
that
they
fixed.
well, we were going to, but then remember I told you the place said it was 1100, and then it turned out to be like 1380 after tax, and they didn't tell us that, so we needed another $280,
Mm-hmm.
which we didn't have, so that ended up going to like rent and stuff like that. Excuse me. And so the tire was worn out, and it popped on the way there. It popped on her way to work this morning. But we did get the new oven last night. We did finally get a new oven last night.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got that all installed and everything else. That was fun. Yeah. So tire pops, and fortunately enough, because of my cell phone provider, I have like the lowest level of AAA coverage that you can get for free, which
Mm-hmm.
accounts me to a roadside service of somebody else changing that damn tire. And so that didn't work. So because they wouldn't change it out because of the other spare was in a bad shape. So they take it over to the used car place. The used car place doesn't have any of the used tires of our size. Right.
Of
So now I've
course.
already used my AAA tow. Um having a bad day. And so when the guy calls me about the new tires, the price is way higher than what the guy that initially told me. And so I kind of lost it, and the guy kind of lost it, and we both kind of lost it at each other. And so we decided we weren't going to do business with each other anymore. So I call, so I get the local tow guy to take it over to Discount Tire. Call everybody talking over to Discount Tire. Tire's still going to be cheaper over there for a brand new one than it would have been over here anyway. But I had to pay extra for another tow. But so we go over there. So I said, talk to the guy. Okay, cool. All that's done. That's settled. Wife's at work now. I've still got 2 babies at the house because she couldn't take them to work with her. And so Auntie's here trying to watch the kids. Kids are screaming. I finally get able to come out here, get everything started after I got my shower done and all the tire stuff taken care of. The Auntie took the babies to the taco shack to get some breakfast. And so I come back, get all the
And
babies
that's
settled
when
in.
your credit card got canceled. And then
No,
and
no,
then a
no.
car hit your window.
So we do all of the, it's like, it's one of them days where you think it couldn't possibly get any worse. And so the car's over there now. I already talked to the guy. They're going to pull it in. They're going to get it taken care of. So I come out here, do the show, yada, yada, yada. My wife gets off work. I have to Uber her over to Discount Tire. Because that's the only way we have to get her over there. Uber her over there. So as she's on her way in the Uber, I call Discount Tire just to make sure everything's good with the van, right? They've had it since 10 o'clock this morning. There's no reason this van shouldn't be done, right?
But
Call him up. Guy's like, hey, yeah. He's like, I'm like, yeah, I got a big green van. Just checking to make sure it was done. I had it dropped off about 10 o'clock this morning, just calling about it. He's like, yeah, you remember you talked to this morning? I was like, no, I don't. Real nice guy. You know, I can't remember his name right now. You know, morning was kind of frazzled with everything going on. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, I was wondering, I'm wondering. He's like, because it's been sitting out here like a big green thumb, and I'm looking at it, and the tire's still flat. I'm like, what? I'm like, my wife is on her way to Discount Tire right now.
so did you guys plan this out accordingly? Because it sounds like you should have called first.
Well, the thing's I already called them this morning. We had everything set up. They were supposed to take it in there. Well, it turns out the guy that was supposed to make sure it got into the bay didn't do his job. So that's the reason why it wasn't taken care of.
That's why I always call before driving down to a place or having
Right.
someone drive me, just in
Right.
case the mechanic fucks up. But, you know.
So, right. So, well, I planned on doing that, but we'd already taken care of the Uber, and so it was whatever. And so she's on her way over there. So the guy that I get on the phone is like, okay, we're going to take care of this right now. He's like, let me go find the guy who did this. I'm going to yell at him real quick, and then we're going to get your car into the bay. And so they get the car into the bay, and the other tire, the passenger side tire is messed up too, but it's still serviceable for a little bit. And the guy's like, hey, look, he's like, that other tire really needs to be changed. He's like, I know you can't afford it right now. He's like, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace both tires, and I'm only going to charge you for one.
Fuck yeah. And that's how you keep a customer.
Right? So he straight up changed out both of them. And I figured he was going to give me like a discount or something for the guy, like, screw it up or whatever. And that's like, I was like, okay, that's whatever, no big deal.
Can't handle any more bad Yelp reviews. No.
Right, exactly. No, instead he's like, no, we're just gonna go ahead and throw in the other tires. Like, I saw you got some car seats back there and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, God bless you. Thank you so very much. Like, I just made my day. Cause like I was like, this day had started out crap. And like this was not going well. And so then like that happens, and I'm just like, damn. So like the van's officially good for a little bit longer. So yeah. Yeah, for a little bit longer now. So yeah, that just blew me away when he told me. I was like, dude, you ain't gotta do that. I was like, I'm serious. Like, it's not like, I got another spare in the back that'll get us to wherever we need to go next time. And I like, he's like, no, he's like, no. I was like, we're just gonna care of this. I was like, oh man. So yeah, so there's 2 brand new tires on the front end of the van today, and we only end up having to pay one. And even then, I don't think he even charged us like the mounting fee. I think he charged us just for the tire because it was gonna be $150, and it ended up only being like $130 or $32 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was like, wow.
That was nice of him, and you're going to be for sure a repeat customer.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like I'm probably not going to go anywhere else for tires now. Like we'll probably still go get it used from like over on the other side of town for the spare right now, but yeah, we'll definitely be going back to them for that, and I'm going to be leaving them a really nice review on like Yelp or whatever things they've got too, because that was above and beyond the Call of Duty, and I was really impressed. So.
I should go over and start mounting kids seats in the back of my car.
I mean, it's no different. I mean, like you see the guys that use like mannequins in their passenger seat to get in the carpool lane. So I mean, hey man, it's like that sins on your soul, not me. I'm gonna like to keep myself in the good graces of the Lord. I'm gonna say I don't recommend that. I think that's a bad idea. It does feel kind of deceitful and lying to me, but you do you, honey boo boo. Bible studies Sundays at 2 p.m. No, that's a bad idea, sucker. Don't do that. Just find you a good man, get married, and have kids, and then you'll have a legitimate excuse to.
I can't find a good man that I actually want.
You've been searching for like 2 weeks. Shut up.
Well, searching's very light. I've been trying to get an apartment first before going manhunting. But
yeah, you need to be a strong, independent whammon first. And I mean, you don't really want to bring somebody else really back to a dungeon you have to put in your parents' room. Yeah.
Well, it's just really awkward to go over and be like, hey, baby, you want to go to my parents' house?
Right? Right? And Netflix and chill at my parents' house?
You want Netflix and chill while my parents are home?
By the way, I'm in my I'm still in my 30s and living with my honestly the thing about it is like a guy's just gonna be like, I don't give a shit. Like chicks are gonna have an issue with that. Like guys don't care. Guys don't care. That just means I don't have to worry about you being tainted by living with some other dude and like all the bad habits and baggage and bullshit that comes with that. I'm like, wow, she's a homebody. That means she's not like completely and totally tainted by all the fucked up shit out there. So
she's also crazy. Yeah. She's also fucking batshit insane.
Well, I mean, you kind of expect that if you're like in your 30s and still living at home. So, I mean, not to be mean or anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's mostly because I didn't want to be like other members of a family that I'm moving out, mom and dad, and then you move out, and then like 2 years later you gotta move back in. I'm like, I just kind of want to make it a clean. So.
Yeah, that's one of those things too, because that was the way, like my grandfather, when he graduated high school, like that's the way he was. He's like, I'm moving out. He's like, I slept in my car the first couple of nights. He's like, but I eventually found a place to live and stuff like that. He's like, but I was like, that's the way it goes. You graduate, you head out, you move out, and that's what you do. I mean, that was, you're talking the 50s, late 40s at the time.
Balls.
Right. Yeah. And so, but I was like, but I kind of grew up with him. And it was like that's kind of like, I stayed a little while like after high school and stuff, but like not long. And then after that, it was like I was living with a girlfriend up in Lee Summit, and then after that, I joined the military. So,
Mm.
mm,
I'm
so
just now
yeah.
thinking, playing in my head, the Ninja Sex Party. Welcome to my parents' house.
Oh my god!
Mom left out some snackies. I bet you're
Did you ever
feeling
see?
horny now.
Did you see? You saw Wedding Crashers, right? You've seen Wedding Crashers.
I know of it. I don't want to watch
Okay,
it.
so Wedding Crashers, the premise is pretty obvious, right? It's a
Yeah,
couple of guys, and it's Owen Wilson and what's the guy from Dodgeball?
the guy from
Um,
Dodgeball.
yeah, I'm having a brain for it right now, but anyway, two good actors, and it's actually and Will Ferrell's actually in it, but he's not in it for very long, so he
Hmm.
doesn't like irritate me too much in that because it's not a Will Ferrell movie. But so essentially they go and like crash weddings, right? So they go to because women are more likely to, sleep with you at a wedding because, everybody's all, oh, emotions and flowing and yada, yada, yada.
Hmm.
Well, the guy that taught them how to wedding crash is now a funeral crasher. He now crashes funerals instead because that's like on a whole nother level. And he still lives with his mom too. And it's so funny. Like when the guys come over, that's where the whole mom lasagna. That's literally where that whole thing comes from is that movie because he's like in his 40s still and now crashing funerals. He's upgraded from weddings to funerals and bringing them back to his mother's house. Like you literally see one of the girls leaving when the guy's there. It's so horrible.
Well,
Yeah.
I
So
guess they have lower standards. Also, the nice gamer, it's Vince Vaughn.
yes, thank you, Vince Vaughn. Thank you, D Nice Gamer. You are absolutely spot on with that one. Yes, Vince Vaughn. Yeah, Vince Vaughn. Because and I love Vince Vaughn. He's one of the Hollywood guys that I actually like him, and there's a few of those other guys. I'm just not a big fan of like retarded comedy. I just can't do a lot of that kind of stuff. But that one was a
It's
lot of
just
fun.
been overdone. It's kind of like it's like Naked Gun kind of helped make that kind of a comedy. It's just it kept getting down like Naked Gun's
Well,
a very very fun movie, but it's just like that weird break from reality comedy that's just
well,
like what the fuck is going on here?
and with Naked Gun, like you have to know enough about like pop culture and like a little bit about history and like certain things to get all of the jokes with Naked Gun, right? Because some of that stuff will just fly over your head otherwise, right? And so, but that made the ridiculous humor acceptable because they did it in a smart way. The
Mm-hmm.
problem was is people saw that and were like, "Oh, we can do that," except they just did the ridiculous humor
I
in a
just gotta be
stupid way.
goofy.
They weren't yeah, they just did it to be goofy and retarded, not because like that's always the thing. Is like, if you look at like, Liam Neeson and some of those writers, these are very well educated, very well worldly guys. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Whereas you have these guys that are writing like the Will Ferrell movies and stuff like that, and they've lived in Los Angeles their entire lives. And
Oh,
they never got out of like third grade toilet humor. You know what I mean? And so it's like, so you've got that, and so you've got there's just such a drastic difference with all that kind of stuff. And it's like that made like slapstick and over the top kind of stupid comedy acceptable. And the problem is they forgot that you have to have intelligence underlining it all to make the stupidity funny. You're
yes.
just being stupid for stupid's sake.
And stupid people are funny. It's just, pretty lowest common denominator sort of deal. And
Yeah.
you feel kind of dirty. It's kind of like eating at the dollar menu at McDonald's. Like you don't feel good for doing that.
No, you feel full, you feel satisfied. It tasted great, but like, it's like, it's one of those days where you're eating off the dollar menu. You know what
Yep.
I mean? You're just eating off the dollar menu. And sometimes I'm okay with that. Sometimes actually that makes me I just want one of them dollar cheeseburgers, right? Or the $1.25 cheeseburgers now. Now I'm craving one. That's wild. That's wild. Thanks, sucker. Now I'm hungry.
You're welcome. Make sure to go over and get it with bacon and tomato and lettuce.
Well, now you're getting a whole different kind of burger at McDonald's. Then they had one of those. Wasn't it like that their home style burger? They had like lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise or something
There's
on it. It was
like
really
every
good.
burger joint has the basic bitch burger of lettuce, tomato, cheese, and a hamburger. Maybe
Well, yeah.
onions.
Well, yeah, but that was like McDonald's avoided that for a long time because they just did, the mustard ketchup pickle, or they did the Big Mac, or they did the quarter pounder. They never had like just straight, that kind of thing.
What?
Sonic always did it. Yeah, yeah.
That can't be true.
No, it's true. It's true.
I like people came here for aliens. We're fucking talking about McDonald's. Let's get started, nerd.
Yeah, we should probably get started. We're completely straight. It's been one of those days. What can I say? It's been one of those. Days. Sunker, are you done with all your pimping? Have you done all your pimping?
I already finished my pimping, and my booze is on its way.
Oh, well, there. All
I
right.
didn't have time to go out, so I had to go over and put more booze on the credit.
Yeah, I had to go to after all of that, and we got all of that taken care of. I had to go to an open house for one of the girls, for the oldest girl tonight. Yeah, so it's been a wild day. Where is that intro? There's dancing Sunker Kissy, Sunker Lizard. That's not
just
Sunker Tentacles.
Fuck you, Grant Gregory, and your fucking insane bastardom.
Ooh, Baby Mary and sunglasses. There we go. Wow, where did I miss that? It's not.
You lost the fucking intro.
There it is.
Check the lights, it's showtime now. Crowd is buzzing, hear the sound. Is it gold or just a lie? Worth a watch or pass it by? Critics talking loud and clear. Do they praise or spread the fear? Film a flop, we wanna know. Cut the bull, come join the show. Is it good as nerds we say? Will it shine or fade away? Sinking ships might pull you in. Do we lose or can we win? Scenes are rolling moment by. Answers hidden in the sky. Join the crowd and take a peek. In the common view we seek. Is it good as nerds we say? Will it shine or fade away? Sinking ships might pull you in. Do we lose or can we win? Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what we'll achieve. Is it worth the precious time? In the common view we'll climb. Scenes are rolling moment by. Answers hidden in the sky. Join the crowd and take a peek. In the common view we seek. Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what we'll achieve. Is it worth the precious time? In the common view we'll climb. Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what we will climb. When
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another wonderful edition of Is It Good? It is officially October, boys and girls. Halloween is here. It is spooky month. And after the wonderfully grand and fabulous, absolutely abysmal, disturbing, and disgusting finale of Alien Earth, boys and girls. We thought we'd need a proper palate cleanser and return back to what started all of it. And considering it is actually considered the horror movie of the franchise that started everything off, boys and girls, we thought we would revisit Alien this evening. Alien, the movie, the very first one with Sigourney Weaver and all of the craziness that's going on with all of that. So it should be a very, 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 very good time, boys and girls. So I'm super excited to do that. It has been an absolutely insane and crazy day. If you weren't here for if you weren't here for all of the foreplay out there, boys and girls, boy, the tire went flat on the van on the way there today. So some of my rent money went for a tire today. So direct donations will be very much appreciated this evening with all of the fun stuff that's going on out there. But we should have a blast with Alien tonight. Should be a great way to start off our spooky season. And I'm excited to watch it. It's been a long time since I've actually sat down and watched this one all the way through. So I'm super excited to go through and be surprised by all of the things I haven't seen in a while. And to help me do that, break it all down completely and totally destroy and devastate all of the things we hope might be good, but that's okay because the things out there that she does love, she loves very passionately, and they will make her chair moist. Sunker Maiden, our lizard aficionado. How
I
are
don't
you, my dear?
Stop it! You suck. Hello. I do recall, from what vague memory I have, I liked Aliens more than Alien, but still Alien, a movie that was made 30 plus years ago, if not more, would kick the shit out of Aliens Earth. So I needed that palate cleanser because I'm like, fuck you, nerd. That show fucking sucked balls.
It is 50 years old.
50, so
And 1979 is when this movie came out. Was 1979. I was -7. I was -7 when this movie came out.
And they're still
so yeah. This movie's like 45 years old.
There's still grave robbing it, like shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's literally a 50-year-old movie. No, and it's one of those things. It's why, and this is just what happens to some franchises. You know what I mean? Things get crazy, things are ridiculous, things get over the top, and it just sucks because, like, you know, I mean, and it's like, I mean, like, I'm waiting to see if Paramount actually ever does that Friday the 13th television show that they've been talking about for like 3 years. Because like I'd imagine we're gonna we'd watch that and go, just like Alien Earth, like this is wrong. This is dumb. How do you even make a series out of that? What are we only gonna get? Are we gonna get like a 7-episode series? We're only get one death per 45.
Yeah, like one death.
Like,
no,
I mean,
actually, it would be like just from the caliber, a whole bunch of people bitching at each other at camp for like
right.
5 episodes, and then we might get one kill.
No, we'll get the last 3 episodes. Jason just shows up and slaughters everybody, but like the first 5 episodes are nothing but like camp drama and like the counselor screwing.
No, only one kill because they want to set up for season 2.
Oh,
so they can't kill them all.
Right? Oh God, that would probably be so bad. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when it comes out. If it ever comes out at this point, especially now with the Skydance buying Paramount, all of that stuff's in flux. With them wanting to buy Warner Brothers, like you have no idea what's gonna happen in the next few years as far as what's been announced and what's actually going to come out.
But
all that stuff's in flux.
God damn! I think Aliens Earth helped put a new low in terms of storytelling for me. Because, wow, you've wasted so much fucking time and you have the balls to end nothing, literally conclude nothing, and have the balls to assume that people will want a season 2. Go fuck yourself, man. Go fuck yourself.
Which is funny too, because like I haven't heard anything official yet. I don't think there's been any official confirmation, but there was some rumors going around that they're not going to renew it. And that would be fascinating. That would be fascinating.
Well, that's why the director, that fucking dickhole, wanted to go, was like, well, we could always do a sequel. It's like, we could always do. You were expecting a sequel. You were betting on a sequel. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's definitely trying to manifest a season 2 into reality. You should try praying about it, buddy. But yeah, they're trying to make it happen. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But either way, we've got a good time in front of us tonight because Alien's an absolute classic. I mean, this movie is legendary. It did things for the genre of horror and sci-fi that we had never really seen done before in a way with practical effects that are absolutely horrifying, ways to do giant set pieces with nothing more than a painting and make you believe it's completely and totally real. I mean, there are just, even if the story of this movie was crap, which it's not, it's excellent, right? Even if it was crap, just the technical things that they did in this movie would be a case study for every film school from here until Kingdom Come. You know what I mean? Because just because of all of the technical things that they pulled off in this movie, they're just absolutely fantastic.
And just not just basic set design, but just they managed to make a world feel lived in. And that was always kind of a hard thing to do, especially when you're in the space genre, because they were very much influenced by like Star Trek and everything's like spick and span and all that stuff. And
yeah.
Be able to redirect it to like, no, people have pockets because you're gonna need pockets for fucking something, and having it kind of much more gritty and much more very lived in and very believable. That's one of the core things about why this movie is really good. Also, the alien's fucking terrifying. That was based off like not H.P. Lovecraft. That one fucking artist, Geiger. And that fucking crazy guy, where he's just like, even like when he's gone on record saying like, my own art fucking scares me. I don't know why I do this.
Well, and going back to what you were talking about with like the lived in thing too, is that's what's funny too. Because what I think about the interesting dynamic is between Star Trek and Alien, and the way those two different, where you see the two different space vessels, and that is, one is a cargo hauler from a private company, okay, right? The other is a military craft, right? Whether they want to call it a military organization or not, it is ran exploration. It's ran like a military. It's ran like a military ship, right? And that's the thing, though, too. You go on a Navy vessel, and it will look like that. Everything's clean. Everything's freshly painted. You know, and like, even if the ship's old, you know, you get down to the bare bones, you get down to the engine room and stuff, and things are going to look a little sketchy down there, depending on how old the ship is, right? But that's the difference. You ever go, like, I've unloaded plenty of cargo ships, right, when I was working down at the port. And I'd still go in one of their bathrooms over a gas station bathroom any day of the week, right? Ooh. But you can still tell it feels lived in, right? The crew's been there. There's food on tables in certain rooms if you go into it, right? Like, there's leftover snacks. There's soda cans left out. There's energy drinks. Like, it feels lived in. And that's exactly what Alien does. They show you what a cargo hauler would look like in space versus what a Navy ship would look like in space. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I think from a civilian perspective, I think that's something you can relate to a lot more because you've been in a dirty cab. You've seen a semi truck. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this is. It's a semi truck in space. This is Biff and Star-Lord from Spaceballs. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what this is. And so that's what this is. This is a cargo hauler, you know, and that's what I like about it. That's one of the things I loved about the Expanse, right? The Expanse is the same way. It's cargo haulers. You know, these are blue collar workers. And that's what this is. This is blue collar workers versus the fancy college educated officers of Star Trek. You know, these are the guys you're going to go have a beer with. The sci-fi, the Star Trek guys are the guys who are going to be having cocktails, you know, in their fancy estate room.
You know what I mean? Are delicious, though.
I agree. But still, you know what I mean? I'd rather be hanging out with the crew of the Nostromo, you know, slamming brewskis, watching them crush cans against their head versus sitting around with Jean-Luc Picard sipping his tea while everybody else is having their martinis with their pinkies out and having to talk all prim and proper. Like, no, like, think about this. You're having cocktails with the crew of the Enterprise, and you drop an F-bomb, it's not going to go well with them. You do it with the crew of the Nostromo, they're going to be like, hell yeah. All right, go get your booze, Sunker. I'll say hi to the chat. Go get your booze. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, for some reason you weren't aware, and by the way, let's give you a chair stream real quick. Here, chair stream, chairs in the chat. There's your chair stream. But yes, as a friendly reminder, boys and girls, if you haven't already heard already, and trust me, we've seen the punishment that's happened over the last couple of weeks. F you, BBC. We will not be showing any of Classic Who on YouTube anymore from here on out. But because of the rules of the way things work, I think we can probably get away with watching the OG Alien trailer from back in the 70s. Because now it is owned by Disney, so we should be able to get with that. So I think we will try to watch the trailer when Sunker comes back. But this is a full-blown watch and review. This is a watch party, but it's also a review. It completely, totally falls under U.S. fair use laws, right, which is where we operate from and all of that kind of stuff. Fair use means that you're watching it, reviewing, it's transformative, all of those kind of things. It's obviously not us just trying to throw it up there and benefit from it, right? And that's very apparent when you watch your reviews over on Rumble, but because of the bot systems and all that kind of stuff over there on YouTube, that's very much been abused. And they can't tell the difference between what's fair use and what's not. And because we don't have one of the big, massive channels out there, we can't argue for that kind of stuff and actually get it accepted. So just to be safe, and so that way we don't have to worry about any of that nonsense, we will be watching over on all of our alternative platforms out there. We are back on Odyssey for our evening live streams. Of course, our home base of Rumble, our Fallout shelter, Pilled and Kick as well. Those are all alternatives. I did drop the link for Rumble over there because we do appreciate those guys over on the Green Machine very much. They were our Fallout shelter. They're the only reason we are still here and operating, that you guys can find us. So even if you don't want to create an account over there, you can still click on the link, watch it in your browser, chill out, laugh at us, have a good time, go to sleep, or whatever you want to do. Or just sit back and watch the Alien movie with us. Whatever you want to do out there. But if you do create an account over there and start giving us a follow, I certainly would appreciate it. Get us closer and closer to those 1,400. And if we get 1,500 over on the Green Machine, we'll be doing another 24-hour exclusive for them as well. So we certainly do appreciate that. But we're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat. So please do join us over on Rumble, boys and girls. We got John Washburn over on the YouTube side. Appreciate John Washburn. John Washburn is one of those guys out there helping keep the algorithm fed with all of his comments on our videos. We appreciate you, John Washburn. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you made it in. Brimstone! It was a rough morning, Brimstone. Very, very much so. Very, very much so. Oh, and if you guys haven't, make sure you join our Discord. James Cash posted pictures of his new puppy in the Discord, and oh my God, she is adorable. She is so adorable. She's so fluffy. But yes, it was not a good time. It was not a good time. But that's okay. The Lord provided. The Lord provided. Yeah, that's right. And then the Fire Nation attacked indeed, Brimstone. Spartacus 01, another one of our fine channel supporters, said, did Sunker cast her voodoo to make your car break down? Probably did. It probably did. And you know what? The best way to do that is to torture her with direct donations of making her watch the dancing lizard and the dancing Sunker videos. Sunker making out with lizards and dancing videos, which also would help pay for that tire and help put that money back in my rent fund for this tomorrow. So I appreciate that. Good to see you, Spartacus. Sunker just proves she's witched by wanting to manipulate the courtesy and generosity for people who want to be nice for months. That's true, Spartacus. It's true. It's true. D-Nice Gamer. Good to see you, D-Nice Gamer, says Vince Vaughn. Thank you, D-Nice Gamer. Appreciate that. Good to see you. I always love seeing new faces in the chat. JR24 says bonjour. Jesse bonjour, JR24. Good to see you joining us in the evening, my friend. Good to see you. Riley Gaines just gave birth to her baby girl. That's awesome. Congratulations. Another beautiful baby into the world. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jack Tarlet says, hello, Jack. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you made it in, Jack. Always good to see you, my friend. There you go. You're absolutely right, JR24. The first Alien movie has great atmosphere and monster design. Absolutely. Spartacus says new trailer for the Taurus Frankenstein movie was released. Yeah, I saw that this morning. We didn't get a chance to watch that, but that's awesome. McDee's is bringing back their Happy Meal buckets for Halloween. Yes, my wife has been all over that the last few days, dude. She knew about that as soon as it was announced out there. So, yeah, she's super excited. Glad you like the intro, JR24. I appreciate that. Stay on target. Good to see you stay on target. Glad you made it in, buddy. This is happy Thursday to everyone. Happy Thursday to you, too, as well. Stay on target. Started out rough, man. What a wonderful blessing we had from those guys. So, Nick Cage is doing a biblical movie. What? That'll be interesting. But he's busy doing Spider-Man Noir. Jesse, the common barbarian nerd. Did you like that, JR24? That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Alien was great. You're so right, John Washburn. You're so right.
So,
hey, you're in the Bird Game version. It's cool. Miniatures. There you go. What?
I opened the door because sometimes, Total Wine puts it in a box sometimes when you go over and pick it up when you do a delivery. Um, I open the door and here I have one giant ass motherfucking box, half a person sized, and I'm like,
how much booze did you get, Dunker? Jesus Christ, do you stock it up for the month? I'd say that, but you probably just stock it up for the weekend. It's half a person size box full of booze. What did you get?
no, it wasn't. That's just where my brain went because I was like, oh, they must have ran out of tiny boxes, so they must have resorted to giant box. No, it wasn't. The delivery guy was standing awkwardly next to giant box, like, that's not me. I'm like, okay, thank you for my bag. All the lovers of chair's getting fucking replaced. Giant box is new chair.
Rest in peace, chair. Yeah, that giant box is going to last all about 5 seconds. Speaking of things that only last 5 seconds, Basil Basilisk. What's up, buddy? This is 46 years. Thank you, Basil. Appreciate you, Basilisk. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you made it in. I haven't seen you in a bit. It's always good to see you.
Oh,
Stan Target says that. There you go. Best cast in any sci-fi film ever, says Basil. Absolutely, buddy. Brother says Alien wouldn't have been made if it weren't for Star Wars. Fox wanted another sci-fi movie, and Alien was a sort of spiritual sequel to Star Wars. Nice. Nice. I like that. Jason does a land acknowledgement for camp, right? Stay on target, right? That's what'll end up happening.
He shows up right at the last episode at the last 5 minutes.
Right? I like this. Anything other than Alien is unrepentant crap, says Basil. I love it. There you go. I love it. Yes, Faith of the Nostromo. Indeed. Oh, I'm talking about the game. H.R. Geiger. Yep, there you go. Basil knew. Good job, Basil. Thank you, buddy. Ooh, it was made by Ravenberg. Oh, we're talking about the game. He also did the insert for Dead Kennedy's Frankenchrist LP. Wow. There's supposed to be even more public phallic civilization by Geiger's work, but they said it was a bit too much.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Like, I looked at some of his stuff. It was just like, it's like, you think of like baby factory people and all that stuff. It's like, holy fuck, Geiger. Holy fuck.
I love it. Yeah, exactly. See, exactly, John. Space truckers.
Yeah, space
exactly.
truckers.
The designers of the movie made up explanations for various badges and icons that you see in the movie. Nice. After the fact, we're just gonna make all that stuff up. I like it. We'll explain it afterwards. Don't worry about it. Hey, what's up, Peter Beckman, Fansite? What's going on, Fansite? Good to see you. Fansite will be joining us over on Kick later, I'm sure. Fansite's always likes holding down our Kick. Kick's another option too, and Fansite likes Kick too because you don't need your phone number to chat like you do over on Rumble to verify. So that's one thing that they like. The Rumble bot should drop the Discord at some point. If not, I'll drop it for you, Basil. I'll drop it for you here in a little bit, buddy. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that bot's been up and down. The one that you can do all the eye stuff, that one's been up and down for a little while. This is her weekly allowance of alcohol. This is far to Chris.
The giant, the giant box. No chair. That's right. Chair's going away. I no longer will be sitting on a footstool. I'll have an actual chair.
That's right. That is right. So I was thinking, and while you were gone, I was thinking, because Disney owns Alien now, that we should be able to watch the OG Alien trailer from 1979, since we can't watch the show itself. But I figured we could watch the OG trailer and be okay. And it's over on, and be okay. So we're going to check this out because I just thought this would be kind of fun. Because, we've been very punished. Our Doctor Who, BBC were absolute pricks.
I
dude, they didn't just copyright. They didn't just copyright claim us. They blocked it. So remember how we grew like 69 subscribers in a week? Yeah, we've been stuck there for the last 2 weeks because BBC were absolute pricks about that.
I told you.
Well, that's why I said we're not going to do it. Well, because like the other stuff that we were doing, it wasn't the new stuff. We didn't have those problems with.
Because the old stuff is better. They want to make sure you don't pirate it.
That's exactly what it is. Now, the badges and icons in the movies, they didn't make the explanations after the movie. Oh, they made the explanations for them before the movie. Oh, they wanted to feel real and have real meaning. Oh, even better. I like that. Oh, now I'm glad you explained that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, let's check out the trailer, boys and girls, because check this out. This is the 1979 Alien trailer, the OG one. Let's check this out. Yeah.
It's weird to have a drink you crunch on.
It's really to have a what?
A drink you're crunching on.
Oh.
It's like a liquid almond joy.
What did you get? Is it some kind of like pina colada thing?
It's a pina colada, but they actually have coconut in it.
Oh, that's why you're supposed to drink those out of a straw. Aunt Beep's a proper cow about those things. You are so right, Basil. You are so right.
Very 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Right? That definitely feels like the kind of vibe they're going for. And I love to, like, I'm looking at this, like, and I think this looks really cool. I think this is fascinating. For the fact that you're going for a horror vibe, I think this is a great trailer. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, the simplicity of what they did here, because all this is they have a like all like these flat physical boards, and all they're doing is running a camera backwards over it. Like that's all they're doing. But the music and like the ominousness and like the whoa thing they're doing, you're like, what the hell is it? Like the music makes this creepy. It makes this creepy.
But here's the funny thing. Now you can pull this sort of stuff off at home with current day tech. So it's not that hard to pull off some really cool shit without needing a full fucking studio.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. There was a back when Kevin Smith was still cool. What's up, Devastator? 5319. Good to see you, buddy. But back when Kevin Smith was cool, I think it was Kevin Smith. One of the guys was talking about they had to do this shot, and they couldn't rent the proper kind of like camera, the kind of dolly that they needed to do the camera. So like they rigged up. Oh no, it wasn't Kevin Smith. It was some other famous director that was actually really good and still sane. But they he's like they literally got like some 2x4s and like some dollies or something, and basically jerry rigged the exact same thing, and it cost them like $20 to make. Like they made it like scrap material and pulled off the exact same shot.
I was able to make it look level. I don't want to shoot this again. The film costs a lot.
Right? Oh yeah, absolutely. You had to. What's up, Melissa Smith? I assume she was drinking milk with a drip of rum to save her security deposit. Not judging, of course.
I have a lot of money saved because I don't do anything, and I just started going crazy with spending money recently. So I have a good little rainy day fund for all of that stuff.
Yeah, she's good. What's up, Mars Monkey Max? Good to see you, buddy. Hello. Agreed. To quote the Goonies, this is our time. It's our time now. That's right. That's right.
Your time's over, old man.
Ah, well, Jackie, no. We can still do them on Rumble. We just can't show any of it on YouTube anymore. Like we used to always give a little tease. We can't do any of that anymore. But no, Rumble's still fine. No, Rumble's totally cool. Rumble knows what.
Sleep when I'm screaming.
I'm just nope. That's too easy and nope.
How can you sleep when I'm screaming, nerd?
Jack's used to it. He's always hearing it from their basement anyway.
Oh, man.
What is that? What is that chicken egg with all them funny bumps on it?
It's very charming. It is a chicken egg. They probably plaster Paris.
Now, this is where things get cool, and I love the crack. I love the crack that they did. And it's growing out and everything else. Hey, what's up, Hasha Hoppa? That's right.
Hey.
What's up,
Easy. I just yesterday I watched me, Hasso, and a couple others went over and watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, nice. I still haven't seen it. What'd you think? Just quickly.
Way past James Gunn is past his prime. and that movie is not very nice. It feels like two movies at the same time. The Guardians are always bitching at each other like fucking children, and not in a fun way, but in a very annoying way. And it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, Jack, you just got to leave the low hanging fruit where it is, man. Sometimes you got to leave it for the peasants who can't always come up with creative zingers. Sometimes you just got to leave them for the peasants, man. That's just
I
how it
don't know.
is.
I like me a pair of plums.
Look at the plums on that guy. There she is. Sigourney Weaver. One of the OG sci-fi heroines. It's just like
whale.
Well, and it's fun. No, and Spartacus points out it's the scream is the ship's siren too, because that's the ship's siren going off. But it does. It sounds like a really creepy whale. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I dig it. I dig it.
Hasso summed it up very good with flip flops between Guardians fighting and sappy flashbacks. It's just like it's really bad. Everyone is Everyone is insufferable.
Well, and the problem, and I'll say this too. I haven't seen it, but I will say this as a guy that covers all of this stuff on a regular basis. James Gunn getting essentially fired for like that old BS nonsense from way back in the day, completely and totally screwed up his plans for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because he was supposed to take over like the space section of the sci-fi universe. So like that tease with Adam Warlock was actually supposed to pay off and not be the shit garbage trash that we got.
Oh yeah, he was retarded in the film.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately we had to wait like 10 years between 2 and 3, and a whole bunch of other crap happened in between that and completely and totally made all of that shit to bed.
It's kind of like why,
which is once again is still Disney's fault.
It's very much a why would you bother with Adam Warlock after Infinity War? Because
it's pointless at that point.
Like
there's no point.
The whole point of Adam Warlock was he was the only one who could handle the Infinity Gauntlet. Like that was the whole point for him, and the fallout that happened afterwards, which actually is a little bit pretty cool as well.
No saggy plums around here. No saggy plums around here. The new Alien trailer keeps stealing from this trailer. You're so right, JR24. You're so right. You are so right. Yes, they did, Mars. Yes, they did. Oh, such just a stellar cast. Just such a stellar cast.
And you can tell the difference in shooting quality. I know they're being like trying to be intense, but you can tell the difference between shooting quality when they went from Alien to Aliens. Just I think it did get clean. Got much cleaner from going to the sequel.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. I watched Aliens first, and then I was like, I want to watch Alien. Oh, and it's a good movie.
I told you she was going to crap all over things.
Show a dick in it.
In space, no one can hear you scream. But where would be the fun in that?
Well, it's actually quite true, because sound doesn't travel in space, because there's no air.
No, you're so right. That's right. That's right. No one can hear you scream. Oh my gosh, that is great. Right? Pretty dope trailer, right, Mars? Right? That's a good trailer. That is a good trailer. I really like it.
Like, you can see nowadays, you could pull the trailer like that off with just as a fan film, if anything. So it's just, we can do it again. We can do this again. We have the technology.
And it's cheaper and easier than it ever has been before. You know what I mean? I mean, I outside of like the clips from the actual movie, the rest of that, I'd have to figure out a tricky way to pull off the egg lighting, but I bet I could pull off the egg cracking and the lighting. Like I could literally put a table over here in my garage and make that board and do outside of like all the scenes from the actual movie. I could literally do that out here in my garage. You know what I mean? Because there's been so much behind the scenes stuff. We all know how they do it now too. And now because all of that stuff's so much cheaper to do, and how the cameras are so much more high quality on your phone than the best stuff they had in 1979. The cheapest camera you've got's got a better video recorder on it now.
And the funniest, one of the more funnier things is sorry, brain. It's been a day.
I feel you.
I was gonna say something else, but no, it's gone. I'll remember it in like 20 minutes.
That's okay. Sadix 2112. What's happening, Nerd Sunker? A pleasure as always. Good to see you, Sadix. Yeah, it's been a hell of a day. Yeah, we had. Yeah. I had a flat. Sunker's had a long day. It's been one of those days.
Also, up in space, no one can spread capitalism, or else Doctor Who will go over and have a few words.
All right. Oh gosh, let's not get started on that version. So, all right, boys and girls, if you are over on the YouTube side, please join us over on Rumble or one of our other alternative platforms out there. We certainly do appreciate you, but you guys know how this is, and we do like to enjoy these kind of things with you and not just give you one of those cheap kind of reviews. And fortunately enough, we've got alternative platforms that we can do that on. So I certainly do appreciate all of you guys, though. Anyway, so if you're not gonna join us over on one of the alternative platforms, please leave a comment after the stream is over. That stuff really does help out with the algorithm. The algorithm hates us right now because the BBC doesn't like us reviewing their stuff on the YouTube platform out there. So please help get all that jump started and leave comments down below on all of that kind of fun stuff out there. So I certainly do appreciate that. Sunker, why don't you tell everybody over on YouTube good night? Why don't you tell
Good
everybody?
night, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. Good night. All right, let me bring up the next video here. Where is that tab? There it is. There we go. Because boys and girls, we've got Alien to play. And there we go. Oh, what is going on here? What is this thing doing?
You're not logged in, bish.
Is it not logged? Oh, is it not logged? Oh, motherfucker, it's not. It was logged in earlier because I had to choose my account to even get to that damn page. Oh, my God.
Never
stayed on YouTube.
Forgot to log in again.
No, this is what I fucking get for being Shut the fuck up. This is what I get for actually trying to be prepared. I had the movie pulled up and everything, and then it logs me out while we're sitting here waiting. And like logs me out farther than it's ever logged me out, which is really annoying. Oh, my God. You know what the cool part about my buttons back here are, Sunker?
Yeah.
Now we got to go back and find it again. Oh, my God. What a pain in my butt. Internet's stupid. All right, let's watch Alien Romulus.
Laughing at you.
Good luck. We already shut you. Oh, shit. That's because there we go.
You didn't even shut it down.